Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Shota swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Buddy, there we are. Okay, good. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well, and hopefully you're all having yourselves a very fantastic day so far. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's here. It's finally here. Okay, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. I'm not going to lie. I thought I was a little bit late. I did. I thought I overslept. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Please, dear God, no. We didn't oversleep, though. And we're ready to get things going as the Tokyo series is ready to get underway. Oh, it's so beautiful. Baseball's back. It is officially back. And we're just watching this right now. They're playing at the Tokyo Dome, the Chicago Cubs and the LA Dodgers. And boy, are these introductions so sick. There's a lot of storylines coming into this game for sure. And during the regular season, what we're going to be doing is not only do we cover the Phillies games on here, but we are also going to be doing some more MLB games too. I do play-by-play for all like the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles games. That's just what I do on here. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm just so excited that baseball season is finally here. I can't believe that we are here, and it's just so nice. It's just great that we actually have a regular season game that counts, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be so much fun. The Chicago Cubs today have Shota Imanaga. He's going to be out there to pitch. And then for the Dodgers, they have Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Just a little bit about Shota. Last year, he had a 2.91 ERA, also had a 15-3 record, and went 173 and a third of an inning, struck out 174 batters, and opponents were actually hitting 225 against him. I think he's going to have another really good year. This guy's now 31 years old. He's been in the league for, well, last year was just his rookie year, but for him to be able to go out there and pitch in Game 1 of this series, I think is absolutely awesome. You know, that's really a great honor. And for him to go up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I think Japan's really getting what they want, and Major League Baseball is getting what it wants as well. So it's just awesome. If I'm speaking a little bit low, it's because I don't want to speak too loudly and wake up the parents. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying not to do that. But let's talk a little bit about Yamamoto. So this will be Yamamoto's second year. This is a guy who had a very good year last year. This guy, he had a 3.0 ERA, a 7-2 record, pitched in 18 games. Also struck out 105 batters in 90 innings and only gave up 30 earned runs. So he just had another really good year last year. Last time he actually faced against the Chicago Cubs, he allowed 3 hits and went 4 innings and didn't even give up a run, and also struck out 8 batters too. So I expect today, in this game overall, I think that we're going to get a nice pitching duel between Shota and Yoshinobu. I do. I feel like that's what's going to be the case today. We do have a lineup change that I wanted to talk about. Freddie Freeman was a very late scratch in today's lineup. He originally was supposed to be playing first base. They haven't ruled as to why he is out of the lineup today, but I thought that was really weird. Mookie Betts has also been dealing with an illness for the last couple of weeks, and he's not out there in the lineup either. Instead, over at shortstop, they actually have Miguel Rojas. And over at first base is going to be Kike Hernandez. And Kike was actually supposed to play left field today, but instead what they decided to do, Dave Roberts decided to go with Michael Conforto out there in the outfield, the veteran who played a while with the New York Mets and then spent his last 2 years with the San Francisco Giants. All right, final score predictions on tonight's game or this morning's game or wherever you're tuning in from. What are your final score predictions on this game today? I'm going to go with 6-3 Dodgers. I think 6-3 Dodgers is my final score prediction. So that's what I'm going to go with. 6-3 Dodgers. Okay, good. But what are your final score predictions? What's going on, chat? Who else is over here? Good morning, man. What's up? David says, let's go. Respect, JJ. It's too early for this. Let's go, baby. I'm so ready. I'm all fired up, man. I'm so ready for baseball. It's officially back, baby. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And turn on those notification bell icons, too. And that way you'll know when we go live for Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles games. We got a breakfast burrito today from Wawa. It's over here now on the side. And we got a little bit of coffee, too, so we're all good with that. And I feel wide awake, I'm not going to lie. I may have to run downstairs to get a refill of water at some point, but we have the energy, it's good. I've just been so waiting for this. I've been up since 3 a.m. I literally kid you not. I woke up and I thought I was late. I thought I was late to stream, and I was like, darn it. And here we are. I'm excited for this season. Y'all have no idea how excited I am. Big things, man. Absolute big things to come. Good morning, everybody. What's up, David? What's going on, Hardcore? Hardcore says 8-5 Dodgers. Okay, David's going to go 7-2 Dodgers. 5-4 Dodgers is BLSG. And Scott says 7-2 Dodgers. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty consistent. Let's get into the starting lineups right now. We'll get into that. So let's do that as we move along here. And actually, before I do that, okay, they have not pulled this up yet. All right. So for the LA Dodgers, their starting lineup will look as follows. Okay, it'll be Shohei Ohtani DHing, and he'll be batting in the leadoff spot. Then you have Tommy Edman playing over at second base. Teoscar Hernandez is batting in the 3-hole today, playing out in right field. Then it's Will Smith, who's catching behind the plate. He's batting in the cleanup spot. Max Muncy is batting fifth, and he is playing over at third base today. Kike Hernandez, again, we mentioned that Freddie Freeman was a late scratch today. Freddie Freeman, they said that he's dealing with left rib discomfort is what it is. So Kike is over at first. Michael Conforto is out in left field. He'll be batting seventh. Miguel Rojas is hitting eighth, and he's playing over at shortstop. And Andy Pages is the center fielder, and he will be batting ninth for the LA Dodgers. So just to recap, it's Ohtani, it's Edman, it's Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Kike Hernandez, Michael Conforto, and Miguel Rojas and Andy Pages. Okay. And now I think that we're able to move this back, so that's nice. Up, whoops. Where is this? Are they doing the national anthem? I think so. I think that that's what they're going to be doing right now. Maybe not. Okay, how does this look, folks? I think that looks good. Good. All right, sweet. For the Chicago Cubs defensively, okay, they have Miguel Amaya, who is catching behind the plate. On the bump is Shota Imanaga. And then over at first base, it'll be Michael Busch, the left-handed hitter. Matt Shaw is playing over at third base. The second baseman is John Birdie. Then it'll be Dansby Swanson, who is the shortstop. And out in left field, it's Ian Happ. Then you got Pete Crow Armstrong. And the right fielder is Kyle Tucker. And here comes Shohei Ohtani as we are ready to get underway. Ohtani hitting on the left side. Dodgers in their gray tops, gray bottoms with a little bit of blue. Both teams wearing blue. The pitch, here it is, and it's a called strike. Let's go, baby. This man went to Wawa at 4 in the morning? Let's go, baby. No, it's okay. It's all good. I don't think we're going to get a big audience today, so honestly, I'm really happy that we didn't make any. So, we'll see how it goes. 0-1 pitch, and that is taken for a ball. No worries. 1 ball, 1 strike. Imanaga is facing Shohei Ohtani. Cubs are in their blue and white pinstripes. And the 1-1 pitch is grounded over towards the right side. The second baseman has it, tosses it over to first, and there's the first out of the 2025 regular season. Okay. It's actually here. This is really scary. This is really weird. Ohtani just got on top of a pitch there, and he did hustle, too, down that line. Shohei Ohtani grounds out in his first at-bat of the 2025 season for the Dodgers. Oh, Dodgers Nation is going to go crazy today on Twitter. The pitch, and there's a ball to Tommy Edman, who was incredible during last year's World Series. Had a .237 average last year, and he swings and misses at the second pitch for strike 1. Also had 6 homers and 20 RBI as well. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. It's popped up, hit out over towards the middle infield. Busch gets under it, calls off the second baseman, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So John Birdie got called off by Michael Busch, and already 2 up, 2 down. Yeah, that's exactly right. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well, baby. We're doing it. I said that we would do it. I risked not doing a Sixers game last night for this. I think that was a good risk. First pitch to Teoscar Hernandez, swing and a miss. All right. No balls, 1 strike. So Ohtani grounded out to second. Edman popped out to first. And the 0-1 pitch is fouled back over towards the screen. It is a sold-out crowd at a Tokyo Dome. There's not 1 seat empty. Unbelievable. Teoscar had a great year last year. Hit .272 as the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. And the inning is over. Shota Imanaga goes 1-2-3 in the top of the first. And we head to the bottom of the first inning out at the Tokyo Dome. Okay, why did this move? Huh? Why did this move? I don't know why. That's annoying. There it is. Okay, good. All right. What are you guys doing this morning? Where are you guys off to this morning? You guys working today? Is that what's going on here? Again, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons. I just woke up, grabbed my popcorn and brewski, and said, ball game, let's go. I love it. I absolutely love it. Again, if it looks like I'm not energized, I am. I'm just trying to keep it down a little bit so that the people in my house can sleep. So I'm not trying to talk loud. Even though I don't really think I'm naturally a loud talker. Thank God this isn't basketball or this isn't football or hockey. I think baseball's like the right sport for this. You know? All right, let's get into the starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs. It'll be Ian Happ playing out in left field. He'll be batting in the leadoff spot. Seiya Suzuki is the DH today. This is for the Chicago Cubs. Then you got Kyle Tucker playing out in right field. He'll be hitting third. Michael Busch is over at first base. He'll be batting fourth. In the 5-hole, it's Matt Shaw, the rookie, who's playing over at third base today. Dansby Swanson's over at shortstop, and he'll be hitting sixth. And then batting seventh, it is Pete Crow Armstrong. And Miguel Amaya is catching behind the plate. He's batting eighth. Crow Armstrong's in center, by the way. And John Birdie is over at second base. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto is on the hill wearing his bright blue fielding glove. Sort of kind of reminds me a little bit of Jeff Hoffman's fielding glove. It's not as bright, though. Time is going to be called by Yamamoto, and he is going over signs with Will Smith here. Who are you guys rooting for today? Dodgers or Cubs is the question that I have for y'all in the chat. Also, let me know how you like this MLB background. We have a pitch clock violation called against Yamamoto as the count is 1-0. Huh. So this is the first regular season game. He tried to call for time because there were some problems with Will Smith's PitchCom device. And the home plate umpire, Bill Miller, granted them time the first time, but then the second time he did it, he had an automatic ball called. So we resume play, and the first official pitch by the Dodgers this year is down for a ball. So their first pitch was a pitch clock violation to start off the 2025 season. 2-0 pitch, and that's downstairs for ball three. That should be a trivia question. What was the Dodgers' first pitch to start off a season in 2025? It was an automatic ball. 3-0 pitch, and there's a called strike at 97 miles per hour by Yoshinobu Yamamoto. This guy, as we mentioned before, had over 100 strikeouts last year, 110 to be exact. And the 3-1, and there's a called strike on the outside edge. He actually had 105, but he also walked only 22 batters. And that was through a total of 90 innings. The payoff pitch to Ian Happ, and that's outside for ball four. And the Cubs get their first base runner of the day as Ian Happ draws a walk. Defensively for the Dodgers today, they got Kike Hernandez over at first. Behind the plate is Will Smith. On the mound is Yoshinobu Yamamoto. It's Tommy Edman playing second base. Over at third, it'll be over at third base it is Max Muncy as Seiya Suzuki fouls off the 97-mile-per-hour heater. Then at shortstop, it'll be Miguel Rojas. And 7, 8, and 9 in the following order. You got out in left field, Michael Conforto. And then in center, it's Andy Pages. And Teoscar Hernandez takes right field duties. And Ohtani is the DH as the pitch. Here it is. It's a called strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Suzuki, it's a broken bat pop-up hit over towards shortstop, and Rojas gets under it to make the catch. Heads up for the broken bat. That thing went flying out over towards that left side. Suzuki certainly does have pop in the bat. He just got absolutely jammed and tried to knife it off. And there is the first out of the inning. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Having breakfast and then tea. Oof. What's up? Wait, I'm confused. Is this the real opening day? Like, does it actually count? Yes. This is the Tokyo series. Yes. MLB is starting off in Tokyo this year. Last year it was Dodgers and Padres. They started off in Seoul. The pitch. And there's a called or a swing and a miss. What's going on, MC? How are you? We're up early because we are psychos, and we are excited for baseball season to start. It's going to be a very big year for our channel with baseball. We're covering a lot of games this year, not just Phillies. Tucker is up to bat, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. He has a red sleeve on his right arm. 0-1. And there's a strike at the kneecaps at 97 again. Kyle Tucker, in his first year away from Houston, he's now 28 years old. Wanted the Phillies to get him at the deadline last year before he got hurt. And the 0-2, and there's a bouncer hit over towards the mound. Yamamoto stares at second real quickly, but then throws it over to first as he and Happ got a pretty good jump from first to second. And Tucker is retired. So Shota Imanaga pitched a 1-2-3 top of the first. Yoshinobu Yamamoto gave up a leadoff walk and then got Suzuki to pop out to short and Tucker to ground out to him. And now it's Michael Busch, the former Dodger, who swings and misses at the first pitch that he sees. Busch is actually having a very good spring training, hitting .452 in the month of March. The pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. Also has a 1.177 OPS. No balls, 2 strikes. We got a runner on in scoring position. Nobody's gotten a hit just yet. Happ is over at second. Yamamoto stares back at Happ. He can fly. And now goes back to the plate. And the 0-2 is a breaking ball that's in the dirt. JJ's a big baseball fan. Hit that like and subscribe button, man. Thank you all so much for being here. Yamamoto delivers from the stretch, and here it is. It's popped up, hit out over towards medium depth center field. Pajes gets a good read on it, and I'll make the catch, and the inning is over. So just a leadoff walk allowed by Yamamoto, and we've played 1 full inning and head to the top of the second. Okay. All right, so wait, I wanted to go back real quick. I woke up, grabbed my popcorn and brewski and said, ball game, let's go. Yes, sir. You know, when I got up for NFL Films, this was like the time I had to actually be in at NFL Films for Good Morning Football. So I was on an A block, B block schedule. And during my A block week, I was working for Good Morning Football, which at the time was, we covered it in the Mount Laurel studios. We did it remotely. They would film it out at SNY, and then Good Morning Football. After I left, probably like a year after I left, they moved to NFL, they moved out to LA. But I bring this up because on my B block schedule, I was working Monday through Friday from like 6 to 1 just at the studio. And we were remote for that show. So that was one thing that I did when I was at NFL Films. And then during the other weeks, when I had my B block schedule, or the other schedule, I was doing stuff for NFL Presents, NFL Films Presents, and doing some other projects too. And that was from like 9 to 5. So, bottom line is that it kind of makes me think about the times that I got up early for NFL Films during those weeks when I was doing Good Morning Football as a studio intern. The pitch, and that's down for a ball. Imanaga gets set, kicks, delivers, swing and a miss on a splitter that disappeared out of the zone. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the bell icons too. 1-1 pitch is down for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. No score so far between the Dodgers and the Cubs. And the pitch, and it's grounded foul over towards the third base side. What the heck? 2-2 pitch. It's down for ball 3. That's weird. My sound effects aren't working. 3-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Does this one work? Let me unplug this and plug it back in. That's really weird. 3-2 pitch, and that's down and inside for ball 4. And Imanaga allows a leadoff walk to Will Smith. Let's try it now. Nope, still nothing. Huh. That's really weird. It was working before. Pitch to Muncy, and there's a check swing foul ball. The 0-1 delivery. That's outside. Nope. It's like not even playing. Weird. 1-1 pitch, and that's taken down for a ball. Does it work on here? Elgato's just not working today, huh? Weird. 2-1 pitch. Well, it's a little bit inside, but it is a called strike. And that will make the count now 2-2. If you're tuning in for the very first time, welcome aboard. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ, where we're going to be going live for a lot of MLB games. The 2-2 pitch, and that was a strike, but the home plate umpire calls it a ball. That's really odd. The payoff pitch to Muncy, and he taps it foul over towards the first base side. It was working just fine. Tested it out before we went live, and all of a sudden Stream Deck is not going to want to cooperate with us. Three-two pitch, and that thing is fouled away. Now what I could do is I could pull up the sound effects from here. Let's try this. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Max Muncy. And the pitch on the way, and that's high and inside for ball 4. And that's going to put runners over at first and second. All right. Let's do... I guess I got to reorganize this. Where's my 7 Nation Army? Do I have that? All right, I'll just leave this up. Now it's Kike Hernandez up to bat. And the pitch, and there's a high fly ball hit out to deep left field. It's a foul ball, though, as it hooks out of play. I did, David. It was a very good signing. I didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday. I had a busy day yesterday. We need 72 more subs until we get to 5K, baby. 0-1 the Kike, swing and a miss. Got a fastball right down Broadway. And the count is 0-2. O2 pitch, and there's another foul ball. Hernandez, lifetime against the Cubs, has a .230 average with 4 homers and 12 RBI. The 0-2 delivery, and it's just a little bit wide. First time he played against the Cubs was on June 22nd of 2015, and he had a solo homer in that game. 1-2 pitch. It's popped up over towards the first base line, towards the outfield, and Bush will get under it and make the grab, and Imanaga is going to get out number 1. I mean, this Dodgers lineup is just so stacked. It's not even funny. And there's no Mookie and there's no Freddie Freeman in this lineup either. There's Michael Conforto with another 20-homer season last year. That was with the Giants. And he gets a fastball at 93, can't catch up to the heater. And he's already down in the count 0-1. 0-1 pitch, and that's taken high and away for a ball. Chat, do we think that the Chicago Cubs have a chance to make some noise? Or do we think that they're just another middle-of-the-pack type of a team this year? The 1-1, there's a strike 2. It's a sweeper. Good pitch thrown by Imanaga. The count is now 1-2. Don't forget the lane extension. Oh, yeah, that's even more important. Smith leads off over at second, and the 1-2 is served out over towards the third base side in foul territory. And there's out number 2. Nice catch there by the third baseman for the Chicago Cubs, and that is Matt Shaw, the rookie. And there's 2 away. Now it's Miguel Rojas who will step on into the box. This is a guy who obviously, when he was on the Marlins, destroyed the Phillies so many times. The pitch, swing and a miss. There's just some guys that whenever they face you, they just own you. They could do so bad against other teams. And Miguel Rojas, I swear, if he played like he did against the Phillies, he'd be a Hall of Famer. 0-1. It's popped up, hit over towards shallow left field. The left fielder calls off the shortstop, and he's there to make the grab. And after 2 walks to start off the top of the second, well, Shota gets out of the jam. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. Okay. I think the sun's starting to come out over here. Redbox, thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you, for sure. What are your thoughts about an expansion team? Do you think that MLB should get an expansion team outside of the U.S.? What are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about that? Let me know down below. We got another subscriber, baby. Let's go. That's beautiful. Oh, I forgot I have this one. I gotta play this one a little bit more. I gotta play that one more. I like that one. Our goal is to get to 5K for opening day. I assume you are not including Canada. Well, I mean Toronto. Yeah. Yeah, if they get another team in Canada, I'll include that. What are your thoughts about them getting just another expansion team, period? Sydney Blue Sox in MLB is okay, baby. The pitch, and there's a called strike. Well, the only thing about that is that they're gonna have to play at reasonable times for East Coast people. 0-1, and there's a strike called. What's funny to me is that if you're tuning in on the West Coast, it's late. But on the East Coast, it's early, and it's usually the opposite. I consider it to be 5 a.m. early, and 4 a.m. is the cutoff for when it's late in the night, even though it's technically considered morning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Miles Shaw. In the pitch, and there's a foul ball. That's Matt Shaw, excuse me. I was thinking of Miles Straw. 1-2 is bounced foul. Yamamoto comes set at the letters, kicks and deals, and a foul ball at 98 miles per hour. Charge! Joseph, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. 1-2 pitch, line drive, played on the bounce though by the second baseman. The throw over to first will get out number 1 here to start off the bottom of the second inning. They're giving balls away too from every play. Oh, dude, that's so sick. Joseph, appreciate you, man. So Matt Shaw grounds out to second. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Now it's Dansby Swanson who steps into the box, and he stares at a curveball that's in there for a strike. Hardcore says, I say Canada is the best bet rather than overseas. Just my opinion, though. Okay. Next pitch is down for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yamamoto gets set again at the letters and delivers, and there's a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Dansby Swanson is the one who gets the first hit of the game as he gets on with a 1-out single. Only got a pitch right down the middle and was able to put it in a very good spot. I think Dansby this year is going to have a bounce-back season. Last year was not a good year by Dansby Swanson at all. I know that he's been struggling as well during spring training, but this is a guy who last year hit just 242 with 16 homers and 66 RBI. The year before that, he did bat 244, but he had 22 homers and 80 RBI. I think that we get the 2022 version of Dansby this year, where we see something like a 280 average, 25 homers and 100 RBI. First pitch to Pete Crow Armstrong is in there for a strike. A very good defensive outfielder. And he takes a hack at the next pitch, but just gets a piece of it and stays alive. So there's no score here in the bottom of the second. Dodgers and Cubs playing the first regular season game to start off the 2025 MLB season. It's the MLB World Tour. 0-2 pitch, ground ball hit towards the right side. The second baseman has it and tosses it over to first base. And Swanson gets on over to second, but there's two away. Notice that a lot of these hitters, when they're facing Yamamoto, they're grounding towards that right side. It's getting them to go the opposite way, a lot of these right-handed hitters. It's Miguel Amaya who's going to get a crack at it against Yamamoto. Swanson's in scoring position. Yamamoto checks Swanson at second, but decides not to throw, and he throws it over towards the plate, and the pitch is just inside for ball one. Cubs have their white and blue pinstripes, tops and bottoms, and a blue helmet with a red C on the front of it. Next pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch number 30 by Yamamoto. Here it comes. And there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. It's carrying, and it's going to go all the way over towards the wall. Swanson will score. Heading over to second base is Miguel Amaya, and the Cubs have a 1-0 lead against the Dodgers. Good at bat by Amaya. Just took it the opposite way, put it right into the gap, and I think he got a fastball that was just hanging over the middle of the plate. So Chicago has the lead. It's 1-0. And John Birdie, the former Marlin, is stepping up to the plate, and he stares at the pitch that's just outside. John's now 35 years old. Spent a majority of his career with the Miami Marlins from 2019 to 2023. Then he played last year with the Yankees. Last season, he just hit 273 and 66 at-bats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yamamoto kicks, deals, and throws a splitter, and Birdie can't catch up to it. Hit that like button, folks, and hit that subscribe button as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. And there's a called strike 3 by Yamamoto. All right. And the inning is over. The Cubs get a run, though, and make it 1-0 as we head to the top of the third. Okay. $71 more subscribers for us to get to 5,000. My name is Jason Joseph. We go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games, but we're trying to do more baseball this year, and we wanted to start off by doing the Tokyo series. I can't speak today. We wanted to start off by doing the Tokyo series. So if you're tuning in for the very first time, I want you guys to explain where you're from, how you got into baseball, Where did your love start? And just tell me where your baseball fandom came from. I would really appreciate that. Trying to grow the channel this year, and we're trying to step out of our comfort zone. So we want to do more games besides just the Phillies. And it's hard for baseball because baseball is every day. But we are doing Sunday night baseball. I said we were going to do the Tokyo series. I definitely didn't joke about that. I meant it. But yeah. There's Charles. What's going on, Charles? What's up, Doors? How are you, my friend? Joseph is over here. Go Cubs and Amaya, baby. Gotta remember to look at the vertical stream. Andy Pajes will start off the top of the third inning for the Dodgers, and he stares at ball one as it's off the plate. Go Cubs and Amaya. Yes, sir. He just had an RBI double. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Shota's changeup is just ridiculously good. He pitched to Pajes, and he fouls it back. Shota looked back at the Jumbotron for a second and was a little bit confused. Pajes last year batted .248. Came on in to play for Outman after Outman was struggling in his sophomore year. And Pajes actually started playing better. 1-2 delivery, and that's way up high for ball two. It's 9-1 and 2 that are due up in the batting order. And the pitch to Pajes, and that's fouled away. Welcome back, MLB. The 2-2 pitch to Pajes, swing and a miss. And Shota gets his second strikeout of the day. No spoilers in the chat, Joe. No spoilers, but that's okay. And now it's Shohei Ohtani coming up to bat. Ohtani did ground out to second his first time up. Shota kicks and delivers and throws it inside and high. The 1-0 pitch to Ohtani swung on and missed at 92. The 1-1 pitch to Shohei Ohtani, and he just bounces it foul. The Cubs have played the Dodgers a total of 2,140 games. Their win-loss record actually is not so bad. It's near 500. 1-2 pitch to Ohtani, and it's upstairs for ball two. Cubs have won 1,054 games, and the Dodgers have won 1,072. 2-2 pitch, line drive, leaping catch by the second baseman, and there's out number two. That was a rocket hit over towards second base, and Shohei Ohtani lines out. And now Tommy Edman is coming up. Edman hitting over on the right side, and he stares at a curveball that's in there for strike one. 0-1 delivery, and it's a splitter. It's a little bit low. 1-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball. Hit sharply over to third base, but scooped up. And the throw across the diamond will be in time by Matt Shaw. And the inning is over. Dodgers go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third inning. Bottom of the third coming up as the Cubs lead it 1-0. Whew. 71 more subs, baby. Let's go. What else is going on today in baseball? Dodgers are without a hit through 3 innings. Yeah. They've gotten 3 walks. Or 2 walks, I should say. But still have not gotten a hit. Shota has been unstoppable. I was going to say unshotable, but that was a bad joke. Let's get some water. Shota today has gone 3 innings. He's allowed 2 walks and 2 strikeouts, has provided 49 pitches. 32 of them have been strikes. The pitch, there's a bouncer hit off the glove of Yamamoto. It's fielded by the second baseman. The throw over to first to try to get Happ. He is safe, and he beats it out. So Ian Happ gets on with an infield single. That's the second time that he has gotten aboard today. Yamamoto tried to field it as best as he could. It took a high bounce. He was able to just get it deflected off of his glove. And the second baseman was there to luckily cover for him and almost made a bang-bang play. And Seiya Suzuki is up to bat now. Pitch, it's in the dirt. Runner holds real quick. Count is 1-0. Aquafina Purifacta. Lo siento, no hablo español. On a pitch, and the curveball misses again. Dodgers will play the Cubs tomorrow on the mound in that game. As the 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike. On the mound in that game, it's going to be Roki Sasaki going up against Justin Steele. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards third base, scooped up by Muncy, and the toss over to first is in time. There's the first out. Runner does advance on over to second. Got a quiet chat today. Tucker's going to bounce one foul. Oh, it's from Shrek 3. It means water. Oh, my bad. I thought he was speaking Spanish. I'm sorry. from Shrek 3? I don't remember that. Purif. I'll have to go back to that. That's funny. It's 2 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Tucker. Yoshinobu will get set just a little bit above the letters. And the 1-1 delivery is downstairs again. Two balls, 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of the third. The windup and the pitch off the plate for ball 3. How'd you guys get into baseball? When did your baseball fandom start? 3-1 delivery, another swing and a miss. Yoshinobu has been pretty on with that splitter. We're 1 subscriber away from getting the 4930. 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball rolled over towards the right side. The runner from second, that's Hap, goes over to third, but the easy out is made at first base. I'll call that a 4-3 ground out. Yeah, it's from Rumpelstiltskin's character, Funny Guy. Yeah, I remember Rumpelstiltskin, of course. I just don't remember the Aquafina. I remember like when he got the troll, and he was like, he's like, that's not an ogre, it's a troll. Nice try. Where's Shrek? I want him, I want him, I want him. I just don't remember that line. That's funny. The pitch. Here's a splitter that swung on and missed. So grab your torches, get your pitchforks, and call your mamas. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. He was such an annoying character. We love Shrek. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the third. The Cubs lead at 1-0. They had an RBI double from Miguel Amaya. And the 0-2 delivery. And that splitter just misses. It's about a foot off the plate. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. And the 1-2 delivery is fouled off. Good, we're making sure that we're active with chat. Nice. It just got a piece of it. Umpires today, as we mentioned before, it's Bill Miller behind the plate. Mike Estabrook's over at first. Lance Barrett's at second. And the third base umpire is John Libka. Yamamoto comes set and fires. And it's off the plate again. Today we will be covering the Phillies game too. That game will be at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. They play the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's not a regular season game. Goes back to spring training. 2-2. That misses downstairs for ball 3. I wonder if the Cubs players and the Dodgers players who didn't make the roster for these 2 games, I wonder if they do any sort of inter-squad games. 3-2 pitch. There's a high chopper hit over towards the right side. The second baseman has it, throws it over to first, and the inning is over. Yamamoto's splitter has certainly worked out so far. And we've played 3 innings and head to the top of the 4th. It's 1-0 Chicago. What else we got going on today? We got the Red Sox taking on the Yankees at 1:05. It'll be the Tigers who play out in Minnesota today. Well, in Florida. And then the Marlins are taking on the St. Louis Cardinals at 105 as well. Phillies play Pittsburgh at 105. And then the Angels will be in Cincinnati playing against the Reds. Seattle Mariners are hosting the Milwaukee Brewers today. Game will be at 4:10. And some of the night games are as follows. Toronto is going to be playing against the Baltimore Orioles. Astros are hosting the Nationals at 6:05. Both of those games, that's when they start. And then the West Coast games, it'll be Cleveland taking on the Texas Rangers. The San Francisco Giants are at home against the San Diego Padres. And the Giants are also on at 9:40 out against the Colorado Rockies. Good morning, freaks. What's up, Eric? How are you? We've been streaming for an hour and a half. The game is less than an hour old. Thank you all so much for being on here. Like and subscribe, folks, if you have not done so already. This is Freakish Behavior. We're covering more MLB games this year. We want to get more of an MLB audience. So it's not just the Phillies games that we're doing. It's not just the Sixers games. And it's not just the Eagles games. Here comes Teoscar Hernandez, who fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Teoscar signed a very big contract during the offseason. 3-year, $66 million contract with a club option for 2028. Next pitch that he sees, takes a hack at it, and gets fooled. The club option is for $15 million in 2028. Shota comes set, 51 pitches so far. The 0-2 delivery is downstairs. Cubs lead at 1-0. They got an RBI double from Miguel Amaya back in the bottom of the second. And actually scored Dansby Swanson from first. 1-2, way up high. Shota's not going to overpower you with fastballs. Some of his other pitches are just so ridiculously good, including that pitch, which is fouled away. It looked like it was heading into the dirt. The left field line is 329 feet. Left center is 361. Center field is 400. It's 361 out in right center, and it's 329 towards the right field line. That's the dimensions of this ballpark out at the Tokyo Dome. The 2-2 delivery, that's inside. Freddie Freeman was a very late scratch today, was dealing with left rib soreness. 3-2 delivery, and there's a foul ball hit back over towards the screen. Shota with the payoff delivery. And check swing. Did Hernandez go? They say no over at first base. And there's the third walk allowed today by Shota. And it's Teoscar Hernandez who leads off the top of the fourth with a walk. It's Will Smith who's up next. First pitch to Will. It's a splitter right down Broadway for a strike. Smith is now 29 years old. 0-1, he pops it up over towards the right side of the infield. Who's going to get it? The second baseman will. And there's out number 1. Smith played college for Louisville and was selected in the first round of the 2016 MLB draft. He's a 2-time All-Star, a World Series champion, a 2-time World Series champion. He's had a very good career so far with the LA Dodgers. He'll be 30 in 10 days. Here comes Max Muncy, who stares at a pitch that's high for a ball. Shota looks back at first, now back to the plate, and throws a sweeper that has a lot of dance to it. And there's a called strike. Shota has allowed 3 walks. He has struck out 2 batters in 3 1/3 of an inning. 1-1 delivery. That's wide. It feels weird that there's no other games going on right now. I feel like that there needs to be more. There's a toss back over to first base again, and it's not in time. How many people do we have tuning in on the YouTube stream? We got 11 people watching. All right, not bad. 2-1, it's in the dirt for ball 3. Bounces away from the catcher real quick, but not too far away. We got 13 likes over on the regular stream. That's nice. Thanks, Scott. Again, I'm kind of happy we didn't do it this way because I thought about it after a little bit, and I said, we're probably not going to get a lot of people, so it's all good. You don't have to do anymore. It's fine. But I do appreciate it. 3-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? They say no over at third base. And there's the 4th walk allowed. And Craig Counsell is going to go out there. And I think that's going to be it. I'm sorry, it's actually the pitching coach that is going to go out there. He's got the Eagles and Phillies gear. Now I know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, baby. What's up, David? Good morning, my friend. How are you? So it's not a pitch and change. Up to bat now is Kike Hernandez. 1-0 Cubs thanks to an RBI double. It's got on the Eagles and the Phillies gear. Now I know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for stopping by. There's Ben Brown, former Philadelphia Philly, warming up in the bullpen for the Cubs. The pitch, and he went around. Hope you're doing well. Yep. We've been up since 3, and we went out to Wawa, and we're all good. Just trying not to be too loud for the parents. 0-1 pitch, and there's a high fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. It's carrying, but it'll stay in the ballpark. Tagging up from second, going over to third base is Teoscar Hernandez. The throw is cut off, and there's 2 away. Excuse me. Remember we mentioned that it's pretty deep out there in center field. It's actually not really deep, but the wall is really high. I think they said it was 408. I was wondering what should we wear during a non-Phillies game. Well, yeah, I changed the background because I thought that would be kind of cool. But for these types of things, I'm okay with wearing some Phillies stuff. I'm not going to do it like all the time. But today I thought it was normal. It's a little bit cold up here. I don't really have like a Dodgers sweater. That's kind of weird to me. This is great. Yeah. You like the little backdrop? I think it's cool. 1-0 pitch, and it's popped up, hit out over towards left field. Who's going to get it? It'll be Ian Happ, and he gets out of the jam. The Dodgers still have not recorded a hit so far today, but they leave two men stranded again, thanks to 2 walks. But Imanaga gets out of the inning, and we played 3.5 and go to the bottom of the 4th. Pretty wild. Oh, I didn't even notice the background. That is really cool. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I changed the Phillies background and I made it Major League Baseball. I thought that was sick. We had different intro music today. So it's all good. It's all good. What is this commercial that they're showing? Some of the stuff is weird. Ugh. Can you guys wait until we actually sleep on stream? I feel like that this is sort of the start of that, where we're just getting into the little weeds, if you will, with when we're streaming. It'll be interesting when we do our 24-hour live stream. You know? Do I understand this correctly? What's going on, Eric? What's going on? This is opening day, and this game counts, but Philly season doesn't start until next week. Yes. Okay, so this is the Tokyo series. So every year what Major League Baseball has done for the last couple of years is they take 2 teams, right? And they play, like last year, they played out in Seoul, South Korea. And it was Padres and Dodgers that played last year. And that's where they started off the regular season. I think they actually started off a week earlier than this. So every other team, when it's regular opening day, they play on regular opening day. But it just so happens that MLB thought it'd be kind of cool to go international and, you know, try to start off their season with a bang. So, 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch, and that's down for a ball. Now people are active. What's going on, Denver? What's going on, everybody that's coming on here? You're on it, JJ. Thanks. It's Shaw that's up to bat, and the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. If JJ starts snoring, we will definitely clip that as a YouTube short. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that. Especially when we're going to be live streaming towards the end of this little marathon here to try to get us to that 5K marker right before opening day. It's going to be wild stuff. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 4th. Okay. That is Matt Shaw who just struck out. Yeah, we're just going to start snoring. Here comes Dansby Swanson as he steps into the batter's box and he takes a ball. Again, the Cubs lead at 1-0. They got an RBI double from Miguel Amaya back in the bottom of the 2nd. It's Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitching for the Dodgers, going up against Shota Imanaga for the Chicago Cubs. The 1-0 pitch, and that's taken inside for ball 2. Yamamoto already with 58 pitches. The fastball has hit 98, and the splitter has been very good. He reaches 96 on this 4-seamer as it's fouled back over towards the screen. It is a packed crowd out at the Tokyo Dome. There really isn't a seat empty. There's a couple, but not many. 2-1 delivery, and that's taken inside for ball 3. The capacity of this stadium is 45,600 for baseball. But it's 42,000 to 55,000 for events. It is a big stadium. They play on field turf. It actually opened back in 1988. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Dansby Swanson. And time is called. This is the home of the Yomiuri Giants. They host about 70 games a year at their home stadium. Next pitch on the way, another swing and a miss, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th inning. Back-to-back A's. Don 63, what's going on, my friend? How are you? What is good? The home plate camera that they have for Fox, the green screen effect is not good. Pitch, ground ball. I think I got a piece of the leg of Yamamoto, but nonetheless it deflects off of his leg and goes over towards shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time. And that's going to be it. Yamamoto is walking back over towards the dugout along with everybody else, and he seems to be looking fine. But we played 4 innings, and we head to the top of the 5th. It's 1-0 Chicago. The Tokyo Dome itself is part of a greater entertainment complex, according to Wikipedia. It's known as the Tokyo Dome City, which includes an amusement park. They also have other types of attractions, too. But the amusement park occupies the former stadium of what was called the Korakuen Stadium site, and also includes a roller coaster that's named the Thunder Dolphin, and they also have a hubless Ferris wheel. Thunder Dolphin is just 80 meters, which is 262.5 feet tall. It's one of the tallest continuous circuit roller coasters in the world, and it's currently ranked number 10 around the world. Only 262.5 feet tall. Yeah, look, it's good for the game to grow. I like how they do this. I want them to play more international games in every sport. They did it like 3 or 4 times a year. I think that'd be really cool. I actually think it'd be really sick if there was a World Series game at one of these parks. I take that back. Maybe one day. But I'd be kind of bothered if the Phillies were in the World Series and I couldn't be able to go to the game. And they were playing out in, I don't know, like Madagascar. The pitch, and there's a called strike. Top of the 5th inning, it's 1-0 Cubs. Dodgers are the away team. The Cubs are technically the home team here. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed. And the count is 0-2. Now let's try to wake up chat. 0-2 delivery, and that's high for a ball. That makes the count now 1-2. George! 1-2 delivery, another swing and a miss, and there's Ben Brown, who throws a knuckle curve, and there's one away. This is the Phillies' former pitcher, Ben Brown, that they traded for David Robertson a couple of years ago. Now Shohei Ohtani's coming up. I don't think you could ever do a World Series game overseas because of scheduling. Yeah, I thought about that too. Probably the All-Star game would be the best bet. Like PAS said. The pitch to Pajes. And it's taken for a ball. Second pitch. Here it comes, and it's inside and high. So Miguel Amaya had an RBI double back in the bottom of the second. And that's all the offense. 1-0 Chicago. The pitch. It's downstairs again. Ball 3. 4 shutout innings for Shota. He's going up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Well, now it's Ben Brown who's in there. Again, former Philly Ben Brown. The pitch, and there's a called strike. Brown kicks and delivers and throws it up high for ball 4. Brown's 25 years old. He's from East Seataugett, New York. Hopefully I said that correctly. Comes Shohei Ohtani, and he goes fishing after a knuckle curve and is down in the count 0-1 already. Went to Ward Melville High School. And that's 17 years old. After getting off to a strong start in his junior baseball season, actually suffered from a ruptured appendix. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And what's even crazier is that he was hospitalized for a week and he lost 30 pounds. And after his hospitalization and weight loss, at least 5 college baseball programs withdrew their scholarship offers. 0-2, and there's a foul ball again. But then what he did was he added back 15 pounds of muscle and finished his senior year with a 1.18 ERA. His fastball topped out at 92, and he committed to play college ball at Siena. Pitch to Ohtani, line drive, base hit out to right field. This is going to put runners over at the corners with 1 out in the top of the 5th. And Tommy Edman's going to get a crack at it now. Ohtani was able to lace that one out over to right field. So, yeah, can you imagine, you lose 5 baseball scholarships because you're hospitalized and you're dealing with an appendix injury. And yet you still make it to the pros. Like, that's a really cool story. 1 out, top of the 5th, and there's a line drive hit out to left field and trying to make the dive and catch his hat, but he traps it. And going on over to second base is Shohei Ohtani, but a run does score thanks to an opposite field RBI single by Tommy Edman. And we are tied 1-1. See where this pitch was. Same spot. And Happ was actually lucky that that ball didn't even go by him. 1 out, top of the 5th inning. And Teoscar Hernandez is the next batter. Pitch to Teoscar, swung on and missed. Oh, and 1 is the count. And the next pitch on the way, swing and a miss again. That'll make the count now 0-2. That's an incredible story. I'm guessing those 5 schools feel really stupid now. Yeah. Oh, and 2 is the count. One out, and the pitch. Ground ball hit over towards third base. The flip over the second. There's one. The throw to first is high. It's going to go over towards the backstop, and the Dodgers are going to get another run as they take the lead 2-1. Ohtani to score, and LA out in front. So that's going to go down as a 5-4 fielder's choice, but an error from the second baseman. That was from Teoscar Hernandez's bat. And it's Will Smith who's coming up to bat now. The pitch, and that's taken upstairs for a ball. Ohtani's going back into the dugout. The tunnel for some reason. Hopefully he's all right. 1-0 pitch, and there's a called strike. He was walking on his own. Just went back into the tunnel. There's a little tunnel back there in the dugout. 1-1 pitch, and that's taken down for ball 2. Dude, Dodgers Nation is just all over on Twitter. Two 2-1 pitch. High again for ball 3. Why can't we have a Phillies Nation? Actually, wait, yes, we do. There's Phillies Nation on Twitter, too. They're just not as active as this on Twitter. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Falco's on. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Hey there, just woke up. We've been up since 3. Glad you're able to join us. I can actually turn off my lights now. Isn't that something? I've never had to do this before. The pitch to Will Smith, and there's a line drive. Base it out to left field. Hernandez rounding third. He'll come on in to score. The throw is cut off. And Ben Brown allows another run, and it's now 3-1 LA. Wow. It's really cool. And then Smith, again, just able to lace one out to left field. And be able to just put some good barrel on it. Just flicked it with his bat. Got out in front of the pitch just a little bit and was looking to make some contact with it. Not doing too much. That's just what he does. Phillies need to get better pitching. Well, maybe it's a good thing, and I know it's just one outing. Maybe it's a good thing that they got rid of Ben Brown. Yeah, the light is bright now. Brown with 23 pitches. But again, it's not all his fault. You also had the throwing error over at second base by John Birdie. The pitch to Max Muncy, and there's a ball. Yeah, during the regular season, you're going to hear more so stories because there's not a lot of lineup changes, and there's things that I want you guys to know about the players. And it's more so of an organized cast. Like during spring training, as the next pitch is taken for a strike, you don't really get that because there's not as much substance to it. You know, you're pretty much eating a steak that you have to try to cut the fat off to get to the good stuff, and there's not usually much when it comes to spring training. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch is a knuckle curve thrown by Ben Brown, and the count is now 2-2. Dodgers have scored 3 runs in this top of the 5th inning so far. The pitch, up high and away. Muncy has walked twice today. I've walked about 5 times today so far. 3-2 pitch. Foul ball. Thank God for Wawa. Three balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. And the pitch to Muncy, and he stays alive. Talk about a player that started off his career with the Oakland Athletics, and the A's didn't really see much with him. He builds muscle, comes over to the Dodgers, and just hits a lot of home runs. And not only does he hit homers, as the next pitch is fouled back, but he's versatile, played first, played second, played third, and now they use him every day as a third baseman. It's just one of those guys that it's just one of those types of ball players that you just want on your ball club. Payoff pitch, and Muncy chases after a knuckle curve, and Ben Brown wins the battle, and the inning is over. The Dodgers make some noise, though, and they get some big base hits, including one big swing by Shohei Ohtani. It was an RBI single. They also got an RBI single from Will Smith as well, and they have a 3-1 lead. Bottom of the 5th. All right, let's turn off the light. Okay, Patrick, dim the lights. Yeah, if we sound a little bit quiet, it's because we're trying not to wake up the parents. This stream is, 2 hours and 3 minutes old? Sweet. Did you like how I tied you and Dodgers through Vin? Thought it was clever and for 7:30 in the morning. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's a compliment for sure. Yeah, Vin, I think that a lot of casters, and I've said this throughout the years, throughout the last 2 years, when you think about the Harry Kays, when you think about some of the greatest broadcasters like Jack Buck and, of course, Bob Uecker, I think that they would like this medium. Some of them, I mean, it'd be different, because people are actually talking back at you. But Vin and Harry, I think specifically, and maybe Bob too, would really like this type of a format. It's different, right? You're not just talking to yourself, you're talking to other people too, but you're also trying to adhere to audio listeners. Pitch over to Amaya, and it's swung on and grounded over towards shortstop. And the throw across the diamond by Miguel Rojas is in plenty of time. And 1 out as Yamamoto throws just 1 pitch. Already lost track of who the batter was. Now it's John Birdie, and he grounds this one over towards first base, and the first baseman is just going to take it to the bag himself. And 2 pitches, and 2 gone. So now we're settled back in. I can't even imagine what that would be like if I could reach out to Harry or Vin. I think that they would love it. I do. The pitch, and there's a called strike. Yamamoto, 3 strikeouts, 4 2/3 of an inning. 0-1 pitch, and it's down for a ball. Happ has gotten on base twice today. He walked and also had a single, an infield single. It bounced off of the tippy top of Yamamoto's glove. And I'll take the next pitch wide and high for a ball. Yamamoto not wasting any time. He gets set and fires a 96-mile-per-hour heater that goes whizzing on by Ian Happ, but he decides not to bite. The 3-1 delivery and another foul ball. So Yamamoto's been giving him a lot of fastballs in this at-bat, and Happ is a pretty good fastball hitter. Two outs, bottom of the fifth. Nobody on, and the 3-2 is popped up sky high, but it goes well behind home plate into about the 11th row. That's a foul ball. Hit that thumbs up button, folks, and subscribe to the channel as well. Payoff pitch and a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Yamamoto with a freeze frame pitch. We've played 5 innings and head to the top of the 6th. Okay. What's up, Asia? What's up, Asia? How are you? Good morning. I like saying hi to you guys, but don't ever take offense if I don't say hi to y'all, because I get busy on here. That was a fast inning. Yeah, it was. We need 71 more subscribers for us to get to 5K. We're going to be doing a lot of baseball this year. This afternoon, we got the Phillies. Tomorrow, again, we got Game 2 of the Tokyo series. Then we have another Phillies game tomorrow afternoon that's actually not going to be on TV, but we're still going to cover it anyways. And then later that night, we will be doing the Sixers game. So we got a triple header on Wednesday. That's going to be a lot. So, I've been thinking about this for a little bit of time, chat. And I figured today would be a good day to sort of talk about this. Because we don't really have a lot of our Philly freaks on right now. As the 0-1 is down for a ball. Ben Brown's still pitching. One ball, one strike. And the pitch is way up high for ball 2. So I want to know, just from you guys' opinions, what else do you think that we should be covering on this channel? Is my question to you guys. 1-2, and that's taken down for a ball. Dodgers lead a 3-1 against the Cubs. I did say that we were going to be doing some Sunday Night Baseball. But is there any other thing that you feel like that we should be covering? Just out of curiosity. 2-2 pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. And 1 out already in the top of the 6th. Had to let out a good yawn there. David says NFL draft. I was thinking about doing that. The pitch. There's a called strike. I am going to do the MLB draft. I'm trying to get other people, other collaborators to cover that with me. I know it's not as popular, and it would just be night one of the MLB draft. The pitch, and that's taken up high for a ball. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch thrown by Ben Brown. Anthony Banda is going to pitch. Actually, he's getting warmed up in the bullpen right now. You assume, though, that he will be pitching in the bottom of the sixth. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brown kicks and fires. The next pitch, swing and a miss. And the throw over to first base is in plenty of time. And that is the 4th strikeout of the day for Ben Brown. Top of the 6th, 2 outs, 3-1 Dodgers in Game 1 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Somebody said I should cover cricket. 2 outs and the pitch, and that's downstairs for a ball. So later today we are covering the Phillies. We are doing that, of course. 1-0 pitch. That was outside, but it's a called strike. It's not even just covering things, though, guys. Like, are there more types of podcasts that you guys want? Or other types of content, like more Eagles content? Or do you want more shorts? Like, those things, too. Sure, the games are one thing. But do you want me to produce more, like, I don't know, should we do more interviews with people? The pitch, there's a ground ball hit over towards third base, and spinning and turning and throwing it over to first base as it gets away from the first baseman. Oh boy. They're going to rule that as a hit and an error, I assume, as well. So the runner did advance over to second, and that was Miguel Rojas. 2 gone in the top of the 6th. Andy Pages is stepping into the box. What's up, John? Nice to see you this year. Let's go Birds and Phillies. 1 championship down. The Phillies are next. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, John, for coming on the vertical stream. Yes, sir. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Pages is in the batter's box. And the pitch, that's outside for a ball. And the count is now 2-0. 3-1 Dodgers. How do we get here, JJ? Miguel Amaya had an RBI double for the Cubs back in the bottom of the 2nd. And then the Dodgers scored 3 runs in their top of the 5th inning, including what was an RBI single by Ohtani and Smith. And then Teoscar got on with the RBI fielder's choice. 3 balls, no strikes. Runner on at second, 2 outs, and the pitch, and that's high and inside for ball 4. And Ben Brown, with 40 pitches, allows another walk. And now it's Shohei Ohtani coming up to bat. Oh, boy. This is a huge at-bat here. All rise out in Japan. Boy, oh, boy. Oof. Two outs. Ohtani up with runners on at first and second, and the pitch is a four-seamer at 96 for strike 1. Ohtani last year with runners in scoring position batting .283. No balls, 1 strike in Game 1 of the MLB regular season out in Tokyo. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was a knuckle curve that was heading into the dirt. Top of the 6th already. 2 outs, no balls, 2 strikes. Imanaga pitched very well for the Cubs, and now Ben Brown has been in a little bit of trouble, and he surrendered a couple of runs. The 0-2 to Ohtani, and he chases after the curveball and goes down on strikes on 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night in Japan to Shohei Ohtani. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Dodgers, for the 3rd time today, have stranded runners over at 1st and 2nd. Oof. Okay. And again, I will definitely come back to some of your other comments. I've seen that we've had some other people talk about some ideas, and I will definitely look back at this probably later today, and I will take what you say into account. Is that BWIC? Yes. Shoe on the other foot. How's the early AM stream, JJ? We've been up since 3 a.m. and we got Wawa. We got ourselves some coffee. We still have a breakfast burrito here. I'll eat it in a little bit. I'm not really that hungry right now. The sun is shining. Had to turn off the lights. Usually it's the opposite. You turn on the light because it gets dark. But this is a first. Well, not a first, but because we did the Olympics last year. But this is one of the firsts, for sure. And so I appreciate you guys so much for being on here. Tomorrow it's the same thing. We'll be getting up early. And we're still doing the Phillies game later this afternoon. So yeah, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. And turn on the bell icons. We're trying to get to the 5,000 marker before opening day. So we're doing these games. We're also going to be doing a marathon right after spring training is done. And we are going to get to that 5,000 marker one way or another. We're going to be doing it. Seiya Suzuki is up to bat, and he hits a check swing ground ball. It's a foul ball, though. Anthony Banda is going to go on out there to pitch for the Dodgers. What's going on? 0-1 pitch, and there's a check swing foul ball. Yeah, we're not going to... Yeah, you're going to do the 162. There's no way in heck I'm going to be able to do the 162. I'm going to try to go to a couple of other games this year. But I'm not going to go to too many because I want to be on stream. But there are some games where we're going to have to try to get other people to fill in for us. And we'll figure that stuff out as we go. But I know that there's certainly some days that I have to take off because of family and all that good stuff. 1-2, and that's inside and low for ball 2. But we're still doing Sunday Night Baseball. And we're going to try to do some other afternoon baseball games. I might try to do some March Madness games too, folks. I might take that into consideration. 1-2 pitch, and that's on the inside corner for a called third strike. And Banda is able to get his first strikeout, victim of the evening. That was a good pitch. According to the strike zone, it was on the inside corner. When you watch it when you watch it from the home plate camera angle, I looked like it drifted a little bit inside. That angle certainly does give you a perspective. Now it's Kyle Tucker coming up to bat. Cubs are in their white and blue pinstripes. And the pitch, and that's high and inside for a ball. We got a $2 super chat. Baseball that matters, says David. Thank you so much. Thanks, David. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, John says, and I was going to bring this up too, because the one pitch is going to be coming on up in just a few seconds. The main thing to remember too is that we can't burn ourselves out, right? And that's important. 1-1. And that's popped up, hit out over towards medium depth left field. And there to make the grab for out number 2 is Ian Happ. Thanks, BW. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch is way up high at 97 miles per hour. Did I ever tell you guys the story about when I was 6 years old? And I went to the movies and thought I had some type of food and I didn't have that type of food. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is outside and low for ball 2. And the 2-0 pitch is popped up, hit out over towards medium depth center field. And there to make the grab is Pajes, and the inning is over. So no runs. And we go to the top of the 7th. Dodgers lead at 3-1. So the story goes, okay, I had an older brother who had very severe special needs, okay? Unfortunately, he passed away in 2020. But he needed a lot of medical attention. Okay, and we had a lot of nurses, a lot of home care nurses that came over to the house that took care of my brother. And so when I was a 6-year-old lad, or a boy, I loved dry cereal. Very weird. Didn't like the milk in the cereal, was not my cup of tea. And so my mom was out in Harrisburg taking care of my grandma, and we were supposed to go to the movies that night, my family and I. Now, when you go to the movies with my brother, right, you can sneak in certain things because he had a lot of food, he had a lot of things that he needed for medical needs. So we would have cooler bags of feeding tubes and all different types of food for him because he was tube fed. And so we would sneak in some snacks. And so we're going out to the movies that night, and I really loved Cocoa Puffs. I wanted Cocoa Puffs so badly. So the nurse that was packing up my food, and my sister's food, of course, too, was supposed to put in Cocoa Puffs. Long story short, as we start off the top of the 7th inning, go to the movie theater with the family, and as the pitch is taken for a strike, Mom, where's the Cocoa Puffs? Here they are, Jason. 0-1 pitch, and that's fouled away. Well, turns out that the Cocoa Puffs were not Cocoa Puffs. I knew something was wrong. And it turned out to be dry food. It turned out to be dry dog food, folks. 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to first base. And the play is made. The throw was actually made from the pitcher over to first. And there's out number 2. So she patted me dog food, dry dog food, thinking that it was regular Cocoa Puffs. Because it looks similar. And I can kind of understand why she would get that mixed up. And well, that's how I tried dog food for the very first time. And there's your dog food story for JJ. 1 ball, no strikes. As Teoscar Hernandez is up to bat. Ben Brown still pitching in relief for Shota Imanaga. And the 1-0 pitch is taken up high for ball 2. Brown comes set and fires and throws a 4-seamer at 95 miles per hour. How did they know it was dog food? Well, after Dad said, "What's going on?" and he starts to get a little antsy and tries to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to watch the movie type of a thing. Puts on his flashlight, and I see a little chuckle coming out of his face. It said, "Jason, this is dog food." And he could not stop laughing. Two outs in the top of the 7th inning as the pitch was popped up. There's a knuckle curve that's in there for a called strike to Will Smith. How did it taste? Dry. And it was not a Cocoa Puff. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. That was the last time that she packed me lunch. Didn't it smell funny? No. I'm a kid. I'm 6 years old. How would I know what certain... Well, I guess that certain kids have certain smells. Have certain senses to smelling. 3 balls, 1 strike. Will Smith is up to bat. And the pitch looked a little high, but it's a called strike at 95 miles per hour. I am shocked that they're letting Ben Brown pitch this long. 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. The count is full. There's 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And the pitch is downstairs for ball 4. One thing I want to try to do this year, as Craig Counsell's going to go out there to pull his pitcher, Ben Brown, as he's seen enough and he's going to pull the plug. One thing I'm going to try to do this year is there's going to be some times where I may not look at chat, but I am just going to sort of cut and try to come up with stories and just try to remember certain things and try to bring them up during cast, because I think that what makes baseball so unique, and we have to always find a way to come back to this, is the stories, right? And some things are not baseball related. Some things are not sports related, but we all have to remember that at the end of the day, there's other things that bring us together too. And it's important sometimes to share good laughs and share cries and emotions and those types of things, because I think that that's what brings us all here together into one room. So like last year when Willie Mays died, we found out during stream, and we talked a lot about Willie. And we shared some stories. I don't have any personal stories about Willie, but I thought that that was a good time for us to sort of talk about it, because the game at the moment wasn't really, it was really more of a blowout, and we could talk more about Willie's life. So, you know. Texter should have been a dead giveaway. Again, I was 6 years old. I knew that something wasn't right. But you have to understand, too, that 6-year-old JJ is not talkative. He's shy. Okay, he's a little kid. He didn't really talk much. The pitch. There's a ground ball hit over towards the right side, and the throw over to first base is in time. One pitch, and the inning is over within the blink of an eye. And so we head to the bottom of the 7th. It is 3-1 Dodgers, and the Cubs are coming up to bat. It is stretch time. Makes us human, you are right. Yeah. For sure. I've always been a fan, and by the way, in case you are just tuning in for the very first time, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the bell icons. I'll be completely honest with you. Last night, so on Mondays, what I do is I give back, and I like to help out with this basketball program at my Jewish community center. Okay, so there's a basketball organization that I'm involved with, and I help out with them on Monday nights. And I hadn't gone in a couple of weeks. And so I didn't do last night's Sixers game because I really wanted to go to this. I wanted to volunteer, and I wanted to help out, and I wanted to stay after. And so when somebody brought up about burnout before, trust me, that's why I took off. Because I knew that if I wanted to be my full self today, and I cared about today's stream, you probably can all tell. Got up really early, got all my stats together. I cared a lot about this. And I knew it was important for me to stay afterwards, after volunteering, talk to some of the coaches, talk to some of the volunteers, and just talk and be around them. And boy, was I happy I did that. It's nice to be able to give back. It's nice to be able to do things and make someone feel like that you're special. Kasparius is going to pitch as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-1 Dodgers. Shaw steps into the box in the pitch. And there's a fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. On the run is Edman, and they'll make the grab. Edman he didn't collide with the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez, but they did have to communicate. This is the third pitcher that the Dodgers have gone to today. That's funny, but sorry about your brother. I appreciate that, David. He was a good man. You'll probably hear a lot of stories in the future about him. The pitch, and that's high and inside for a ball. Next pitch by Kasparius is taken down and away for ball 2. Dodgers lead at 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's one out. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Pete Crow Armstrong waits in the on-deck circle, and Swanson, who's 1 for 2 today, stares at the pitch that's high and inside for ball 3. Three-0 pitch. Strike 1. Dave Roberts just got paid the largest contract as a manager in MLB history a couple of weeks ago. Pitch to Swanson. In the air, hit out over towards deep right field. It goes towards the very back of the warning track, and Hernandez still has enough room. And he makes the grab. I mean, he sort of was squeezed into that right field warning track area right by the wall. He needed every single inch to just be able to make that catch. And he got it right by the skin of his teeth. Bottom of the 7th, 2 away. The pitch, and Kasperius goes curveball again. That's the 6th time that he has thrown the curveball. And it's an 0-1 count. Pete Crow Armstrong hitless in 2 at-bats and takes the next pitch to make the count even at 1 apiece. Another curveball. The windup and the pitch. Another foul ball. Your parents raised you right. Thank you, man. One-two pitch. That's up high for ball 2. 3 runs for the Dodgers on 4 hits. 1 run for the Cubs on 3 hits. And the next pitch on the way is swing and a miss. Kasperius goes with a fastball at 98 for the first time today. And the inning is over. We've played 7 full innings and head to the top of the 8th inning. It's 3-1 Dodgers. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit those notification bell icons too, folks. We go on for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games, but we are also doing a lot of MLB games as well. Why isn't Ohtani the opening day starter? I don't know. Why is the sky blue? Is the sky actually blue? There's like a whole conversation about that. No, but I really don't know. That's a good question. We mentioned before that Freddie Freeman, and I wanted to make sure I recap this for those of you that are just tuning on in. Freddie Freeman was in the lineup today for the Dodgers, but he was a late scratch due to a left rib issue. He started witnessing left rib soreness is what the injury was, and Mookie Betts is not available tonight or tomorrow because he's still dealing with that illness that he's had for about a couple of weeks. Why don't pigs fly? Why don't humans fly? We do fly. We fly in airplanes, but why don't we physically have wings? We're in the top of the 8th inning. Nobody out. And the pitch. And there's a called strike. He would be considered their best pitcher, no? Probably Blake Snell. Or Tyler Glass now, but he'd be up there for sure. The pitch, there's a ground ball hit over towards the mound, and the throw over to first is in time. I think Dave did say, and don't quote me on this, but they're working really slowly to get Shohei back out there to pitch. They were not going to. I think that they said that he wouldn't necessarily start doing pitching programs up until May. At the earliest. Like 90% sure. 1 pitch, 1 out again. Eli Morgan is pitching here in the top of the 8th inning. Eli played for the Guardians last year? He did. I had to guess myself real quick. 1 ball, no strikes. The umpire just took off his mask. I don't know what's going on. Did something come on the field or something? It's a 1-0 count. Nonetheless, we have a stoppage in play. Eli is 28 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall. He'll be 29 on May 13th. He's just 2 years older than me. Weighs 190 pounds. Craig Counsell is going to have a conversation with home plate umpire Bill Miller. I don't know if he sees something that he doesn't like or what's going on. The pitch clock is empty. The pitch clock is not working. And so they're stopping the game because the pitch clock is not working. Is that correct? Umpire is signaling over there. Yeah. He's pointing over to the pitch clock and says, see how that's not working now? And so there's a stoppage in play. They're having the technical difficulty with the pitch clock. Back in my day, we used to watch games without a pitch clock. One ball, no strikes is the count. The Dodgers lead at 3-1. And the irony is that the pitch clock is supposed to speed the game up. Meanwhile, with this once in a blue moon type of a thing, it's slowing the game down. One ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the 8th inning. The Dodgers have a 3-1 lead against the Chicago Cubs. First pitch was at 6:10 a.m. Eastern Time. And the pitch, and that's outside and high for ball 2. As we resume the game of baseball. 2-0 pitch, and there's a called strike. Two-one pitch, and that thing is swung on and lifted out to right field. It's a foul ball, though, by Michael Conforto. Conforto's still in the league. He is 32 years old. Obviously played from 2015 to 2021 with the New York Mets. Last year he had 20 homers. That was the first time he had 20 or more homers since 2019. 2-2, and there's a line drive down the left field line. It is a fair ball. It goes all the way over towards the corner. Happ will finally get over to it. And a stand-up double by Michael Conforto. So he gets on with an opposite field two-bag. Pitch was actually a little bit outside, too, and came up over towards the letters and just was able to go the opposite way with it. Miguel Rojas will get a crack at it. And the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. We have some action going on in the Dodgers bullpen. Rojas in the box. They'll wind up in the pitch from Eli Morgan, and it's swung on and missed again. There's Ohtani in the hole. 71 more subscribers until we get to 5K. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. 0-2 to Miguel Rojas. Morgan stares back at second base and now fires towards the plate. And Rojas takes it down and in. Rojas' stance looks a little bit different. 1-2 pitch, and it's a breaking ball that bounces away from the catcher towards his right side. He has to shuffle his feet, but it's not going to be too far for Conforto to head on over to third. It was an 0-2 count, and now it's a 2-2 count. Next pitch, and that was ball 3, but it's fouled back. Morgan comes set the belt, and the next pitch, ground ball, backhanded by the second baseman. The throw over to first base on the run will get Rojas out. However, Conforto heads over to third base, and there's 2 away. I was looking at the Phillies' schedule today. They do play one game on Roku TV. Very random fact. But there is going to be an 11:30 game this year on a Sunday out of the 162. I'm surprised it's only one. Pitch, and there's a called strike. They do play a couple of times this year on Apple TV. And remember, this is the last year that ESPN is going to be airing on Sunday Night Baseball. MLB has decided to not extend its deal after this year. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. And the 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt. So when I tell you that there's a lot of changes going on in sports media, when I said that a couple of years ago to you guys, and how the field is constantly changing, here's another example. No more MLB on ESPN after this year. No more NBA on TNT after this year. Things are changing. The pitch, and there's another foul ball. The 9-hole hitter, Pages, is in the batter's box. And the 1-2 is a breaking ball in the dirt. And the runner from third will stay put and hold his horses. JJ calling cricket would be very funny to see. What's going on, Lou? Two balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and Pages will foul it again. I got corrected. I will never forget 5 times when I pronounced Andy's last name. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. And so we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Ohtani is going back over to the dugout. And so we head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-1 Dodgers. But that's when I learned. That was another example of me learning how to pronounce people's names and learning how to ask for help with that. Because I said, if you spell his last name, it's Pages. So I would just naturally say Andy Pages. And silly me, being the broadcasting background having the broadcasting background as I do, that's like a rule, a basic rule, a simple rule that you're supposed to follow is figure out what the pronunciations are for each player before you say it, or else you look stupid. And I will never forget that night. They were like, you've said it wrong like 12 times. It's Pajes. And I was like, okay, thank you. And I actually really appreciated that. Because, again, it makes me remember that if I want to be taken this seriously, I got to act like it. But I will never forget how to pronounce Andy's last name. It's odd that they have these games, then play more preseason. Yeah. I still like it, though. I like how there's some sort of a special game that they're airing that's international, that's at a weird time, that other people get to see. I think that that's so great for the sport. Do I think it's weird that they put this during the middle of spring training? Kind of. But I also think it's a change. It'd be different if it's at the beginning of it, but it's more so towards the end, and I kind of like it. 1 strike to Miguel Amaya, who had the lone RBI, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Miguel has a silver necklace around his neck. 1-2 pitch from Blake Trinan, the 37-year-old, is swung on and missed. And there is a strikeout for him. I wonder if it's going to be him or Kirby that's going to be their closer. Well, Tanner Scott's their closer, sorry. Blake is 36. Sorry, he'll be 37 in June. Played with the Washington Nationals. Got traded to the Oakland Athletics. And then spent his last 4 years with the Dodgers. Played with the Nationals for 4 years, from 2014 to 2017. And got traded at the deadline to Oakland. Then in 2020 came over to the Dodgers. During his career, he has 80 saves, 103 holds. He has struck out 560 batters in 549 innings. The pitch to Birdie, and there's a 99-mile-per-hour pitch that just hits him square on the elbow guard. If there's one word to describe that feeling, it is OUCH. The council's going to walk with him over to first base. The trainer is also out there to check up on him. He says, I'm good. And by good, I mean he'll probably wake up sore tomorrow. It also got a piece of Will Smith, too, right on the helmet. 71 more subs in order for us to get to 5,000. Pitch, and there's a strike. Throw over the second base. Not in time. Good jump there by John Birdie. He's still fast. And after getting hit by a pitch on the elbow, that's just what he does. I guess that was sort of his revenge. My thing is, how do you not bleed when you get hit by a pitch that's coming at 99 in that area? Pitch, and that's way up high for a ball. Not saying that I want to see blood, Not saying that at all. But I just wonder. 1-1 pitch to Ian Happ, and he fouls it back over towards the net. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The tying run is up to bat. Happ today, 1 for 2, and he's gotten on base twice. The 1-2 delivery is fouled off, and out of play she goes. J.J. calling cricket would be very funny to see. Gotcha, Eric. Thanks so much for stopping by. One ball, 2 strikes. Everybody was so quiet when we started off streaming. Now chat's getting loud. Chat woke up. Happ in the box, batting on the left side, white batting gloves, and the 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning, as Seiya Suzuki will be introduced as the next hitter. One more sub till we get to 49-30. Let's go, folks. Come on. Pitch, and that's way off the plate for a ball. Seiya lined out, rounded out, and also struck out as well. A 1 pitch, or the 1-0 pitch, that is, excuse me, and there's a called strike. It's a curveball. Just catches the top third of the interior part of the plate. Trinan versus Suzuki. Who will win the battle? The pitch, foul ball. Seiya's 30 years old. He'll be 31 in August. And the 1-2 delivery, there's a line drive caught over at third base. It wasn't hit too sharply, but Muncy will make the grab. And we head to the top of the 9th inning. The score is 3-1 Dodgers. All right, chat. We were still asleep, says David. It's all right, I feel. So now the sun's not in my eyes anymore. We started off and it was still nighttime. And now morning has struck upon us. Daylight, I should say. I'm going to play a little game with you guys. I don't know if you're awake for this. Okay. I'm going to play a little game with you. All right. And this is going to be interesting because I'm sort of trying to think of the question that I want to ask as I do this. What shall the game be? All right, I'm thinking of a color. Okay? Give me a color. Any color. Any color. Larry says I'm asleep right now. I know sleepwalking is a thing, but sleep typing, did you just invent that? Lincoln green, that is a very specific green, and it is not that shade. No. And it's not that color. sky blue, says Scott. That is also incorrect. The pitch. And there's a pitch that's inside for a ball. Maroon. Maroon is a very good guess. But that is also incorrect. 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. Snore to text feature. Wow. What was the question? The answer to that is... Just kidding. I'm thinking of a color. Just tell me a color. See if it's on my mind. Purple. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Ohtani. And he swings and misses at that one. Shohei today is not had a good day. Sleep chatting, I should trademark that. Larry with his SCing again. Hot pink. Nope. The pitch, and there's a line drive base hit. I said that he hasn't had a good day today. I forgot he had an RBI double. Throw over the second base to try to get Ohtani is not in time. And so Shohei gets on with a leadoff double to start things off in the top of the 9th inning. So yeah, 2 for 4 is not a good day for Ohtani. Red, green. The answer is not red, and it is not green. You guys are bad at this game. Shohei Ohtani just hit a hit with a 107-mile-per-hour double off of the exit velo, says Dodgers Nation. And they are going crazy on Twitter. The pitch, ground ball, hit over towards second base, and the throw over to first is in time. I like day games, but this is ridiculous. I love these games. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a change of scenery. I like early morning games. Get up early, you try something new, you get out of your comfort zone, you wake up with JJ. I think it's pretty cool, not going to lie. Hope Heals International Ministry. Go Dodgers. What's going on, my friend? Pitch, and there's a line drive in the left field for a base hit. Ohtani will score, and the Dodgers take a 4-1 lead. All right, so Teoscar Hernandez comes through again, and Dave Roberts gives some high fives in the dugout. Orange. Orange is correct. Good job. You know why orange came into my head? Watching live from the Philippines, he says. OJ. Yeah, because I'm going to have some OJ after this, and I can't wait. That is actually correct. See, once you figure out the why, you guys are good. You guys are usually good at that. It's usually figuring out, you know, if I say, like, pick a number between 1 and 10, you know, sometimes it takes you a little bit of time, and then you figure out, well, why did I say that number? And you're good at figuring out the why. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, top of the 9th inning, and the next pitch is taken for strike 1. Brazier is pitching, and he's facing Will Smith. 2 walks for him today on a base hit 2. The 1-1 delivery, and that is wide again. Because you love the Mets, O's fan. Dude, you guys just, like, almost jinxed yourselves. Two-one pitch. Looked a little bit high. but it's called strike 2. What's up, Noah? Noah says cooked. Who's cooked? Nobody's cooked on here. We're wide awake. Toss back over to first base is not in time. I'm disappointed that John didn't join us today. Not John. Not that John on the vertical stream. But the other John. John Williams. 2-2, and there's another foul ball. Ohtani's the first Japanese-born player to score 2+ runs in a regular season MLB game at the Tokyo Dome, says Sarah Langs. Here come the Shohei Ohtani lovers. The 2-2, and that's outside and low for a ball. I like Ohtani, don't get me wrong. I think he's a unicorn. He is. He's really good at the sport. But it's just wild to me when you see like all these stats, like, oh, he just hit a pitch that was 115 miles per hour off the bat. Or like, oh, he's the first Dodger to hit a pitch on a 2-1 count out to right field since Cody Bellinger did it last week. Like, do we have to get that specific? The pitch, and that's down low for a ball. Top of the 9th, 1 out. There's JJ's Ohtani reel. Or rant. Muncy is up, and he takes the pitch high for a ball. Ohtani is great. I'm not saying he's not great. I love Shohei Ohtani. But there's just so many stats out there, and it's like, well, Bryce Harper could hit, like, the first ball out to right field in like 2 weeks or whatever, but that doesn't get talked about. But because Shohei does it, it's different. 1 ball, 1 strike. Am I being a little bit salty? Probably. We got up at 6 a.m. to do this game. Or we got up at 3 a.m., guys, just to do this. 1-1. That's outside for a ball. I'm a lifelong Angels fan. Of course the Angels didn't resign the GOAT. Yeah, and they kept on to another one who I want back in Philadelphia. I want him. And it's not who you think it is, guys. It's not Logan O'Hoppe. It's not Mickey Moniak. It's Mike Trout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 9th, 1 out to Max Muncy. The next pitch is outside. Muncy today has worked up 3 at-bats, or he has worked up counts to about 8 to 9 pitches. That's what makes him a dangerous hitter. 0 for 2, though. And the payoff pitch is a check swing foul ball. I think they will trade for Trout one day. I think it'll be one day too, but I think it'll be when he's 39 years old. 3-2 pitch to Muncy, and he gets a piece of it and says, darn it. Probably some other words that aren't necessarily apropos on stream. Okay, now who said that I won 10,000 of Shohei's babies? Who the heck said that? 3-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. 10,000 babies? My gosh. The pitch, and there's a swing and a miss to Max Muncy, and there's out number 2. Tomorrow we'll be up at 6 a.m. again. The grind doesn't stop, folks. I'm doing whatever it takes to get me to 5K. Doing whatever it freaking takes. Yep, Trout will be 39 and about to hit his 600th homer. Yep, that's right. Kike is up to bat. He's 0 for 4 today, and he swings and misses at the first pitch with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. 24 pitches for Brazier so far. Oh, one delivery is in the dirt. One, swing and a miss. There's strike 2. Greatest angel ever. I mean, you could put Vladimir Guerrero, Vladdy Guerrero Sr. up there too. But Mike Trout is the greatest angel. 1-2 pitch. And that's down for a ball. Baseball America just tweeted this out. Listen to this. Quote, in the late 90s, Jeter, A-Rod, and Nomar Garcia Parra formed a quote-unquote holy trinity of young shortstops. Pitch. And there's a foul ball. In the mid-2010s, it was Francisco Lindor, Carlos Correa, and Corey Seager who all rose to prominence. Now, Bobby Witt Jr., Gunnar Henderson, and Ellie De La Cruz are next. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? 3 balls, 2 strikes to Enrique Hernandez. And the batter does call for time. I put Trey Turner in that conversation. There goes in the 3-2 pitch, and there's a pop-up hit out over towards the shallow right field side. Bush will get under it, and he does catch it for out number 3. Well, we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Dodgers tack on another run. And it's 4-1 LA. Guys, how many likes do we have? How many likes do we have on here? This is freakish behavior. For us to get up at 3 in the morning and not even be able to do a Phillies game and do this deserves 100 likes. It really does. Deserves a lot. Just do me a solid. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Trying to give you guys the best content that we can. 35 likes. All right. Not bad. Not too shabby. Cubs are down 4-1. I don't know if a lot of you still read books now. I'm trying to, if I ever have time, I would like to, one thing I want to do this year is pick up a book and read it. And so, if you guys know of any baseball books that are out there, could be fiction, nonfiction. What are some good reads? Let me know down below. Good baseball books. We talk about movies all the time. What are some good baseball books? Pitch on the way, and there's a line drive sliding catch out in left field for out number 1. That's by Michael Conforto. And there's one away as Tanner Scott is going to go out there to get his first save. Am I streaming the Phillies game this afternoon? Yes, absolutely. The grind does not stop, folks. If you actually go to my community tab, I posted the schedule. Scott actually made a very nice graphic of the whole schedule for this week. On the first page, it's the Tokyo series. The second page, it's the Phillies. And on the third page, it's the 76ers. The pitch is a called strike to Justin Turner, former Dodger, who fouls off the next pitch. That's an 0-2 count. And yeah, thanks for answering that. Yeah, if I don't get to a certain question, if my mods could repeat certain things, I would appreciate that. What is thing called book? 1-1 and there's a called strike. I don't know, something that's based off of a true story, something that's real. I don't know. Anything that's baseball related. Like Heat Ball by Mike Klupika was a book that I read when I was in middle school. But it's a good book. 1-2 pitch, and that's taken inside for ball 2. The pitch to Justin Turner, and JT fouls it over towards the third base side. Scott with 6 pitches already. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Justin Turner. And the pitch to JT. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field. And there to make the grab is Pages, and there's 2 away. And the Cubs are down to their final outs in Game 1 of the Major League Baseball regular season. And Tanner Scott is 1 out away from getting his first save. Anything by Roger Angel, nonfiction 70s baseball. Okay. Thanks for that. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. Matt Shaw's up to bat. And the 0-1 delivery is swung on and missed. And the Chicago Cubs are down to their final strike in Game 1 of the 2025 regular season. And thanks for spoiling this Dodgers Nation. 0-2 pitch to Shaw, swing and a miss, and the inning is over, and that is the ball game. And so the LA Dodgers take Game 1 of the Tokyo series, and they are now 1-0 on the season. Yamamoto gets the win. Tanner Scott gets the save, and Ben Brown gets the loss. And the final score of the game is 4-1. And so, this was fun. This was really cool. Got up early today. We'll do it again tomorrow. And we'll be covering another baseball game, man. I think that this is really sick, and I like how we get to start off the regular season with a bang. And I'm happy that we got some sort of regular season action because I'm getting tired of spring training. So the fact that I got to see a meaningful game today is really cool. And so the content's not going to stop. We're going to continue the grind on here. And we're going to work to that 5K before opening day. It's going to continue to be awesome. You know? So, all right. My takeaways from today. Did the Dodgers really scare me today? Not really. Thought Ohtani had some good at-bats. It sucks that Freeman didn't play. I kind of wanted to see Freddie play, just as a baseball fan. You don't want to see a guy get late scratched into the lineup and had to be taken out. Thought that was a little bit annoying. Yamamoto looked good for the most part. His splitter looked very sharp out there. And I think this year he could be a very good pitcher for them. The Dodgers and the Phillies, I think, have the best rotations, and the Braves in the National League. I think that those are the top 3 best starting pitching staffs. Okay, Tyler Glasnow, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, and Blake Snell as a 1-2-3-4 punch is ridiculous. Ronaldo Lopez, Spencer Strider, Chris Sale, and Spencer Schwellenbach are a very good 1-2-3-4 punch for the Braves. And for the Phillies, Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez, and Ranger Suarez, they're all just as good. They really are. Those are the 3 best pitching staffs, starting pitching-wise, in the National League. And one could argue baseball as well. I don't even know if the American League, if there's any better pitching staff than those 3 right there. But overall, Yamamoto did good today. Shota pitched his butt off. He got into a couple of jams where he walked 2 batters in a row. One was in the 2nd inning. The other one was in the 4th inning. But he still worked out of those jams, and he gave the Cubs a chance to win the game. Unfortunately, though, the Cubs just didn't get any sort of run support. And Yamamoto just, after the RBI double that he allowed to Miguel Amaya, pitched very well. What else? Any other takeaways from today? Not really. Ben Brown struggled. There was an error over at second base that certainly did not help. It was a throwing error. But Ben Brown, they were just trying to sort of squeeze the lemon out of him, I noticed. But yeah, Swanson had a hit. It's just good to have baseball back. It's nice that baseball is back. And any way I can get to watch baseball, I sign up for it any day. Really. Even if it's at 6 a.m. in the morning. Other people around the world have to do the same thing for us all the time. And it's nice for them to be able to watch it at a regular time for them. Just like 1 or 2 times, you know? They don't get that. And so it was cool to be able to get it from the other side of things. I'm not stopping, folks. I'm going to be back at 12:30, and we'll go on for another Phillies preseason game. And then we're off tonight, and tomorrow we got a triple header. We got a long day tomorrow. We got Tokyo, we got the Phillies. We're going to be scoreboard watching tomorrow. And then we got the Sixers. I'm getting to this 5K marker. I'm doing whatever it takes. If you guys could do me a solid and just hit the thumbs up button and tell your friends and family members about this channel, just spread that word, I would really appreciate that. That's it. That's all I ask for you guys. That's it. So, all right. Love you all. I will read some comments before I leave. And, yeah, man. They'll be cool. Child grew up. Did I miss any sort of super chats is what I want to know. Did I miss any super chats? David, thank you so much for your super chat. That was awesome. I got that before. Did I miss any other super chats? I don't think I did. So, I'm happy baseball is here. Summer is here. Yep. All right. Love you all. And I will catch you all later today. I'm going to go take a little nap. All right. Bye. Adios.